Yeah, hello everyone, this is Sado. As usual, I'm gonna show a game today. Hold on for a second. Does it help? My face is still so dark, but I'm not gonna care about it too much. Just a bit of weird lighting, whatever, in my room. I didn't dress up for the stream. Yes, hello stream. Hello to our 12 players in this lobby. It's really lovely to be able to show a game with so many players in Knights and Merchants. There's always a lot of action. Actually, a bit too much action for one person to cover, I would even say. Yo, Ray, this is still the old one. They were wondering about. I think they were wondering about playing the new one, but actually I asked them to play the old one because I think it's a bit safer. It's a kind of big game transmitted live. So next one we'll probably test on the new version. Yeah. Sorry. 12,864. So newer than what you said. It's seems like I have a fun. Thank you, S-Man. Much appreciated. uh, anyway, yeah, this will be a free advertisement of the new version which came out an hour ago. It's still beta version, available on Discord. Everyone probably knows by now where to get it. On official Knights Merchants Remake Discord, you can get the installer there. Still fixing the bugs, a couple multiplayer maps added. So maybe it doesn't seem like not much changed, but believe me, we have to fix all these issues. We, or rather Ray, because that's our hero here. Yeah, hope they disable auto saves then. Okay, we'll see, but I have no idea. We'll see. Still waiting for one player here. Some of you who watched the previous game about a month ago might remember these players here. Most of them are probably the same ones as last time. We've got Polish and Dutch communities here. I think both have their Discord channels. At least the Polish guys have a pretty big Discord channel with a lot of Polish people there. It's pretty lovely to see such a community just pop up out of nowhere. But I probably said that before. um, and the first game, I believe it was won by the Polish team. Even if I didn't really think this will happen, but they managed to be a bit better in the fight. The Dutch guys had a bit better army, if I remember correctly. Definitely these teams were balanced last time, and I'm really hoping to see a pretty interesting game today. Anyway, we're having a game on map called Elysium, made by Thunder, an independent map maker. He's a very independent map maker for sure, and I'm pretty sure he's watching us today, although he will be because he's always here. If you can depend on one thing happening on my streams, is that's always Thunder being on one of the spectators there. So yeah, need life kick and don't look at the stream. Yeah, I mean I think it means looking, but I'm not sure. I'm not that much of an expert in Dutch, so I guess we'll see. mm. Mm, there's one very interesting thing about this map, but you will find out in a few moments, unless you can already see from the mini-map, because it's pretty visible. Oh, that's a name I didn't see in a long time. But seems like guys here don't know that name. Hmm. Well, tough luck. And there we go. KaM is starting the game. So let's begin. As you probably noticed in the lobby, we... damn it, I forgot to enable this again, so we don't see the time here. Anyway, yeah, we're starting the game. The peacetime setting, as usual, 60 minutes. And let's start with presentation of the teams. Starting from the bottom team, the Polish team. We've got Kamil. He's the MVP of the Polish team. Definitely, without even thinking, I can assure you guys that he will have the best army, most likely. And it seems like my scrolling speed is really slow. About 20. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we've got Paweł, Szetela. Also, we've got Osemir. Then we've got Bloody, and the last but not least, Yoltis. From what I know about these players, I think apart from Kamil, I probably expect the most from Yoltis and Paweł, at least from the games I saw before. I remember Osamir Shatela had pretty interesting maneuvers on the right side in the previous game, so I'm counting to see some nice action from them. I don't remember much about Bloody. If he probably was as well in that game, maybe on the right front, but I'm not quite sure right now. Let's hope that I remember him a bit better after this game. And on the top team, starting with Egbert, we've got also Zamut, Zippy, and we've got Abu Bakr, D-Day, and finally Whoopa. So I will be honest, I don't remember anything about guys from the Dutch team, who was better, who was worse. I remember that all of them had pretty nice armies, and I'm expecting them to repeat this today. Now, I was saying before that there's something interesting regarding this map. Yeah, I can try, but last time it didn't work, I think. Let me see. I'll quickly update the... Oh crap. I'll quickly update the settings. What I was supposed to do? Clock. Need to... No, it's... the name is probably something different. Speed, base, nope. Miscellaneous, it was somewhere here. Show game time. There we go. True. And let me try. Reload settings. It doesn't seem to work. Unless we've got some option here. User interface. Okay, whatever. But the update doesn't seem to help. Well, if you have some, I just wanted to show the clock here, but doesn't seem like it's the update is working like this. But anyway, I'll just have it up next time, no worries. It's a really nice thing that it's possible to show the game time. It would be really handy on this stream if I didn't forget to enable it. Yeah, what's really interesting on this map is, now let's see if I can zoom out, because this can be pretty intensive, but not yet. It's still quite early. You can see that two locations, one per team, are completely isolated from the rest of the map. This is the entire entrance for location that Egbert is playing on. You have to go outside like here or through this one tile bridge. This is really wow, something interesting. I would never be independent enough to do something like this on my map, but Thunder obviously was. So I've never seen this map being played with 12 players, so I'm really looking forward to see if this is actually something that means anything, if this is a problem for the players or something. For me, it looks like it will be, but it's hard to say. So I guess we'll see. I mean, yeah, I was here. I clicked on reload settings. It doesn't really work. I mean, maybe it works for speed setting, but it didn't work for the game clock setting, unless I did it wrong. But so game time true. Yeah, it should work. It used to work before, but I reset the settings today to test something. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really curious if these two alone logs will actually be useful with these entrances, or it will be really annoying. We'll see how it works. Apart from that, I think there are two more kind isolated locations, but not that much, because these two logs, these two? Hold on for a second. Yeah, it seems like this one corresponds to the one here, or the one here, not sure. Oh, there's many island logs on the left here. Not exactly sure if this map was supposed to be played top bottom. But I think there were a couple options. Seems like well, but you can't really play. Yeah, you have to play this top bottom because of these logs, for example. They can't really play against each other. They're way too close. Similar story kind of here, because this log has iron here next to the iron of the other log here. So I'm guessing this is actually being played as intended. It would be fun to scout here, that's for sure. Regarding the locations, what can I say? Let me take a look at how difficult they are. Well, it seems like there's not many trees here. Ooh, it can be tricky. I mean, he's got a lot of wood still left, but really has to rush to the top to this forest here. Oh, sorry. Maybe I use my phone to check the chat in the meantime, because yeah. Welcome, Japan. Anyway, this lock looks a bit. I mean, I'd probably like to play a lock like this, although now I see this sand here, it's a bit tricky. Seems like. Hold on for a second, because. Okay, there we go. Chat should work. If I don't lock my phone, that is. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's what I imagined. Like, if I restart it, it will work. But yeah, let's enjoy the game indeed. Yeah, looking at all the locations, kinda seems to me like most of them are pretty harsh when it comes to wood production, and most of them also have really nasty. It's hard to plan on locations that look like this. I mean, this one looks a bit more zen than the others, but then you look here. What the hell is this? Like the storehouse is in the middle of most of the mountains on the log. If you want to make pretty much any kind of coal-based production, you have to go here. You have no space, like you have to expand to the right, so your base will look really bad. And I didn't even mention yet where the trees are. So as you can see, Bloody made a really strange base. I think it's a mistake to play like this. He should have built the apologies for choosing the Polish language, by the way. I know it's a bit annoying. I believe he should have put the qualities on the right here, because you can just make them along the way to the woodcutters here. So you're saving a lot of time. And also, he will need a lot of space here for the gold and iron production. So we could have tried to make the iron production on the left, for example. Maybe the gold somewhere here. I don't know. But yeah, it's a really tricky location. Kind of reminds me of Cadelto island location. It's a really old map for 7 players, which we used to play in 2012. So it's really outdated one, but the location kinda rings some bells, you know. Of course, it's probably a bit bigger and more normal for our times, but it's really weird. In general, this map reminds me a lot of maps like Border Rivers, and the way the locations used to look like on very old maps. So this is a really strange style that Thunder went for on this one. But I gotta say one thing. I really like the effect here with these mountaintops covered in snow. It looks really lovely. In a way, as you can see that Zeppi is reaching out with his woodcutters already to the last forest here. Yeah, I really don't know what to say about the bases I see, because I realized that they look bad mainly because of the way the location looks like. So let's see Kamil, for example, and then maybe we'll go back to Zamut, because I also wanted to focus on his base a bit. Seems like Kamil made a... Looks like early planting woodcutter here. This is always a nice choice. Kinda early, I mean... he had to make this stonemason first, I guess. You can see this location is pretty nasty, but I believe he's building it more or less the way he should. I think he had the first forest here, and he took it, and later on he'll have to go here, which is ridiculously far away, but I'm afraid he has to do it right away, otherwise he's gonna have massive wood problems. This is the time to do it. Yeah, he still has some. I mean, he still has quite some trees to cut here, so he probably had a really quite early woodcutter here. Yeah, but you can also see pretty nice usage of the woodcutter starting points. For example, here and here, he's micromanaging his buildings a bit, giving them separate areas to work on. so it should be a bit better for this limited space to work like this. I also like the way how he made some buildings along the way here, although I don't know if farms. Sorry, I don't know if farms are a good choice. He basically blocked himself here from making additional roads, which can be really useful. I'd rather build a bit differently, but then we'll see what happens later. 6v6 tournament when? I don't know, Harry, but the problem is, as LT, we wouldn't be even able to put a 6-player team out, at least without some players returning. So right now we could have 4, maybe 5 at most. So it's in our best interest to postpone the hypothetical tournament as much as we can. Yeah, but I don't know, we could try 5 versus 5 maybe. I don't think it's a good idea actually. Maybe some really small tournament could work, but I don't know. Anyway, we're looking at Zamut's base. You can see he has to make a lot of sacrifices to make a somewhat competent base. It's not easy because all of his resources are basically in these, like, yeah, the distance is really horrible here on this map, on this log. I mean, you have the storehouse on the bottom here. You have the stone production, which you make here, and then you have to go like really far away to make all the buildings. So it takes a lot of time to get the stone out from the quarries here. This log, for example, reminds me a lot of Across the Desert Location 1. It's even the same spot on the map. Can't say much more, obviously. Yeah, I gotta agree that this is a pretty good choice of a map for the stream, because there's really going to be a lot of mistakes in these bases, and not really because of the fact that players are bad or something. Is more like the locations are so horrible that it's not so easy to make a nice base here. I'm really looking forward to see which players will succeed and which players will not succeed in doing this. Anyway, oh, there's something wrong with this drink. Okay, it has sugar, but it's like it didn't have any sugar at all, like some artificial sweeteners. Taste is pretty horrible. But my drinking issues aside, as bad as that sounded, let's take a look at some more Polish players here. With Paweł's base, we can see how horrible these locations are, really. I don't envy him. It's really nasty look. You've got the storehouse here. I mean, it's not impossible to do something kinda good here, but it's pretty hard. Probably because of the placement of the wood. I think the wood production started off here. First we're here, or maybe here, but I'm not sure right now, anyway. I have a feature request for the remake, but I don't know how it should look like. Maybe rather a problem. There's often on streams it happens that I don't know where the starting locations for the forests were, but I really have no idea what can be done to do something with it, because well, we don't really have any way to indicate there's a forest on a location somewhere, so it's probably like I don't even know how to do it. But basically right now I'm wondering where Pavel started with his trees production. This could be important for understanding why he builds like this. But I guess I can always check in the editor. I'm just lazy to do that. But anyway, we can see that he's building towards the left here. It's really chaotic. I rarely see people making roads like this. It's really looking so bad, but there's not that much he can do better, although I think I would probably put the farms on the right here and make them along the way, just to not waste too much time for doing like what he's doing right now. He's trying to put the farms away from his city, but with such a horrible location, it's probably better to try to keep it as small as possible. So try to fit all the buildings regarding iron and gold production somewhere here, and then make the farms like maybe even here, or or here, and the rest of the city maybe here. That's what I would do, and then you can expand with more farms later on, obviously, but the first 4 or maybe 6 should probably be somewhere here. Would probably work a bit better, but it's still a really huge lock and not so easy to play. Let's take a look at the top team now. Abu Bakr. This is pretty nice planning. I have not many complaints, at least. It seems like he's a bit short on wood, so he must have had some problems. Although he has some trees he's cutting, so maybe it's a problem with serfs. What time is it? 30 minutes. So yeah, 37 serfs is a bit too slow, I'd say. His gold production could work a bit better, probably. Although usually having two gold smelters 30 minutes before the peacetime should be fine. So wondering what went wrong. As he definitely doesn't have enough serfs. He should have at least 45. That's the bare minimum, I think. Let alone for such a huge base. It's going to be really slow because of that. So yeah, but I like the planning. The planning isn't bad. It takes into account the fact that you have to. Yo, Gevorg, another. How do you call someone who comes to every stream? Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, but I forgot it. But that was a nice word to describe this. But anyway, nice to see you again. So maybe let's take a look at this base now. Whoopa. Or Whoopa. Whoopa. Okay. I'm probably butchering this name anyway, but seems his lock is a bit looks more compact, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like. See, that's what I'm talking about. I have no idea why he's making the buildings here. Maybe he was a bit blocked with some woodcutters or something, but I'd rather do it a bit different way. Perhaps make the school somewhere on the left or on the bottom a bit, or maybe like here. Try to make the... but he was going for this. Okay, I see. Well, definitely I disagree with this planning. I don't know how to do it better. I'd have to take a look at the editor again to... Sorry, to know the location of the trees at the start. Greetings, Guiderings. Let's take a look at Bloody now. We saw his base before. I had some comments that he's probably going to have a bit of a problem fitting the iron production, and perhaps also the base would be so huge that it would take a lot of time to walk between the buildings. But you can see with some of the players here, you can see that they never played these really old maps like Border Rivers, Across Desert, maybe less Across the Desert, but you know, the old huge maps where people had really big distances to cover. This is exactly that type of map. I wonder if Thunder was actually inspired by the old huge maps, because seeing this, I immediately see that the player is less than 1 year experience, maybe 2. Well, actually, maybe I'm a bit too harsh here, because I think it's more like they never tried to play these old maps that nobody knows about. And I know how to play there, because I lost a lot of games on the maps like Border River, so at least I know what to expect, how to start planning for the lock. So that's probably the problem here for some players. I think Yotis is doing more or less a good job. It looks fine what he's doing. Although again, like I said, I'd probably put these buildings somewhere here along the way. Maybe make the more farms a bit to the left, like here, for example. I would go for this in a bit different way, you know. Because as I said, also here you can see that there's a lot of roads, the base gets unnecessarily big, and yeah, and it's a bit tricky to play a lock like this. Yeah, now this location reminds me of a few locations from the Final Frontier, especially location 5 and maybe one of the bottom right locations. I don't remember, maybe it was 6 or 7, actually 7 or maybe 6. There was one location when you had to go to the island to the top left, and there was a big distance. And it also a bit similar to location 5, where there was even bigger distance, but whatever. Let's take a look at another player here, but not Wopa, because we were here already. We can see D-Day here. Yeah, this planning is pretty nice. I think that's more or less what I was talking about. Not to say that map is better than long distances, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if I can say that this map is bad. It seems difficult, and the distances for the locations are big. Now, whether it's good or bad is a bit too subjective for me, because I think, in my opinion at least, the map looks nice, and the locations are challenging, and this is a good thing in my book. So I guess it's not bad. But some bases can be bad here, and most likely there's a fault of the locations here being a bit challenging. So this is really a map where you can see if a player can build really well, or kinda well, you know. So I'm kinda expecting, from what I see right now, because for now I think most of Dutch players have more or less good planning here, and on the bottom in the Polish team we've seen some really strange planning in some bases. Looking at Paweł, for example, Shata, he has a nice base. I have to go back there in a while. Osemir, pretty cool. There's a lot of roads, but it seems to make some sense. I wonder if it looked like this also a bit before. Not sure. But okay, it doesn't look too bad. It's interesting. I mean, not sure if the timings were Alright, and it's probably pretty late right now, so okay. Seems like we've got a bit of break for the oddies. Hopefully not watching a replay. Still too early for that. So if you guys have something to do for the next 10 minutes, you might just as well go do that. I can try to entertain. Actually, maybe I can try to restart the game. That way. I'll just make sure that it's gonna work. Yep. Okay, so we've got the clock. The fight for the clock was pretty long, but we succeeded. Yeah, what happens in the community? Not too much, I'd say. As for the new version, apart from a lot of fixes, you can see the entire list on the Discord. There's a couple of okay. There's a lot of fixes, that's for sure, and there were 3 maps added to the multiplayer maps pool. It was Atari from Bozo and Don't Talk, DK from Don't Talk as well, and Center Castle 2021, new version of Parker's map, which is already in the remake. Although the version is for 12 players, so it's gonna be another interesting map to play in these big lobbies. And it doesn't have the script from looting version, so I think both versions will stay in the game, with the 8-player version having the nice script and being for 8 players, 12-player version, well, being for 12 players. So we'll see if that can be something interesting to play in some time. Apart from that, not much happening. There's actually a small tournament being played by the Polish community. Some people from TeamSpeak are there, but mainly it's a small tournament for the Polish guys from Discord. So most of these guys are probably in that tournament. We might show some. Well, I might show some games in the future from that tournament. It's 2 vs 2 tournament, if I remember correctly. So the first round. Not many names from TeamSpeak there, but there are some. Anyway, in the first round we're gonna have 4 games. From the players who play in this game, I can see Osemir and Pavel will play against Ciara and Shatela. Bloody is waiting to play against one of these teams in the second round, as he's in the higher bracket, I guess. Apart from that, we've got Yotis and Kamil in a team waiting in the second round as well. Yeah, so as we're still waiting, that means I'm gonna take a short break. Oh, now I noticed that that you can't see the game. The game is invisible, but the game is not going on right now because one of the players is AFK anyway. So we're in the lobby, so we didn't miss much in the last 5 minutes. But yeah, just so we can see here, the game is still in lobby after 40 minutes of the gameplay. And hi to Skubak, who asked that question in Polish, and to Przemas, the guy who sponsors the servers for this game. I mean, some of the servers that you probably played on. There's obviously many. Is there a list of all new maps added to the beta? Yeah, hello to Tung, by the way. And there was also another question. When I can find a team for playing together? What kind of team do you want to find? Because the tournament is for Polish people only, and the one I mentioned, I mean, and it's already closed. But if you want to just find some players to play with, there's TeamSpeak. It's a bit inclusive community, but you can also try to just join people playing peacetime 60 lobbies. I don't know. To be honest, apart from Polish Discord community, there's nothing I can recommend to newer players. So I don't know. Anyway, Harry was asking about the list of all new maps added to the beta. I don't think so, but I can kind of generate a list for you very quickly. So let me try to take a look. Okay. That wasn't supposed to go here, not like here, not here. So you can just go to Knights Merchants Remakes GitHub page where you can download the code of the game. You can see maps MP, and then when you see the history, you will probably see which maps were modified. So apart from that, we've had some updates from Andreus. The updates that probably Harry knows about, at least some of them, because I can't read this really. Maps and updates from Harry and Bullet. So well, if you take a look at this very long list, you will see that the Raging Bullet also updated some maps, but I think there was no big significant updates that you wouldn't know about. There you go. But these are mainly co-op maps, if I remember correctly. I don't know any of these names from a multiplayer side, so not sure if you're interested in this. Apart from that, we'd have to probably take a look at this manually, so there's no list like this. But I don't think there were many updates for the maps. For the TeamSpeak map makers, I did most of my of the updates myself, so it's only maps from Antares or Don't Talk, you and Raging Bullet. Still waiting for Toe to give me his map updates. Really hoping to get this before the release, because he did a lot of maps last couple of years, and it would be a shame to waste some of them. But anyway, as you can see, it's not. I could probably generate quite easily a list of maps. Actually, there's a probably easier idea. You can just go here and you can see which ones were changed. Okay, last month. No, okay. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay. Yeah, but maybe we could generate such a list. Okay. Still waiting. Yeah. we gotta wait. So I guess this is the time for me to take a short break. So be back. Seems like we're still waiting for the Otis to come back. Probably take a while. Perhaps I can. How does this work? Okay, sorry, I was supposed to do this. Okay, in the meantime, since we're still waiting, gonna play the video which shows the changes in the beta versions. I played it last time, so just to those who didn't see it, since we're still waiting for Otis. So there we go. We've got up to 12 players, as you probably noticed in this game, obviously. There's a new building, Town Hall. You can pay gold for the Town Hall troops, similar to the TPR version, but a bit improved. There's this advanced AI. You can see on the right side that how many troops were made in 60 minutes on this map from Hade. And it can make about 50-60 troops in 60 minutes. It's really good. There's also houses covered with snow. Optionally, you don't have to enable this. Dismissing units. There's also random map generator along with the game mode made up of it. So you can actually do this in lobby, generate a random map. There's also ability to see allied cities. This is my city, for example, and these are the cities of my allies. So I can look in the bases, and I can also access the statistics during the game. The game is still going on, but I can see the stats, as you can see here. There's some new tools for making, especially the masks, as you can see here, which allow map makers to connect different areas without having the graphics for this. And also object brush, as you can see here. Yeah, you can see we can even place lava on grass, and it looks kinda well. There's also copying and pasting text. Support for hotkey customization, so you can change all the hotkeys in the game. You can take wares out of buildings. As you can see, the serfs here are taking out the wood because of the red arrow on the left side that was turned on in the building settings. Woodcutter working area, you also saw it today in the game. This is the center of where the woodcutter guy is working. Rewinding replays, forward and backward. There's also other improvements, mainly lots of speed improvements for the game, and serfs are way faster right now. I'll just take it a bit back to stop here. Some tweaks to balance of the units, and some map updates, a lot of less important fixes, features. There's a lot of stuff that changed in this upcoming remake version, so we're all waiting for the final release. And we're getting back to the lobby, and Otis is still not here, so it was probably a good idea. Yeah, Gevorg, this is something I was wondering as well about it, because especially in the tournaments, when you had tournaments with 4 players per team, it used to be a pretty big problem, because when 8 people wanted to arrange the same time for a game, it always was like, but he can't play in the weekends, and everyone else can only play at the weekends. So stuff like this happened all the time. Yeah, it's a bit tricky, and problems like this, like lagging and I don't know, old PCs having low FPS, stuff like this. It's whatever is happening right now in public lobbies with unknown players, it will be even worse with 12 players as compared to what it is right now with 8 players. So yeah, this is a big problem, but you know, it's still better to have 12 player support and be able to play such big games. And I think that if someone has really bad internet connection, he can't play this game anyway. So there's not much we can do. There's some fixes actually that should help in cases where someone has a bit worse connection in this new beta version, but uh, it can't help in all the cases. Anyway, yeah, snow animation was also added. When the building is built, the snow gradually appears on it. It's not perfect, I mean, but it looks somewhat nice. It doesn't look like the snow was falling on the building, but it's close to it, you know, so yeah, pretty nice. Hello to Osemir, seems like he's a bit bored, waiting in the lobby. Um, Maybe there will be some replacement, I have no idea, but we're after 40 minutes of the game. And I'm running out of things I can talk about. uh, there we go, we've got Tomix here. So yeah, I guess we still have to wait. This is a bit unfortunate, but it happens, I guess. I just hope he comes back, because otherwise, yeah. Okay, something is happening finally. Let's see if he joins back. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, there will be 2 players playing a league game and 12 players watching it. But I think Gevork is being sarcastic here, because it means that more people will see our mistakes when we play League, for example. But uh, oh well. Well, that was a joke, but maybe it went above Abu Bakr's head. Oh, well, still waiting. Hi, Chrome. Are there any critical bugs in the beta, or what has to be done for official release? that's obviously the difficult question that should probably be asked directly to Ray. But from my knowledge, uh, there's not that many big things. Maybe one or two things. And this version, which was released like 2 hours ago, puts us a bit closer to that. And obviously, it was definitely important to finally start testing the installer as well. So, it was also needed to do this, apart from all the fixes. But looking at the rate at things are going right now, I've got a feeling that couple of months, maybe 2-3 months, we can see a release. But that's just my rough estimate. It's definitely not something that any developer has signed off below it, you know. Doesn't like when I'll go to watch leak and as a result no place for normal games. Ah yeah, that's actually that can be pretty annoying. But think of it in another way. If someone joins Abu Bakr MVP, okay, if someone joins a game as a spectator, do you think he could he was actually interested to play a game? Mm. I mean, okay, sometimes people go to watch because they don't see a lobby. Yeah, I think I see your point now. Yeah. Which platform is better for watching your stream? Twitch or YouTube? For the watching, you mean? Do you mean how many people are watching on Twitch and how many on YouTube, or you mean from a viewer's perspective? Because from a viewer's perspective, I don't think there's a difference. Seems like Yotis is back, by the way. I think I might have more viewers on YouTube somehow. I don't know how this worked, but probably had some subscribers from the days when I was still making shortcasts, and that kind of got the ball rolling on YouTube a bit faster than on Twitch. But I think also YouTube is a bit more convenient because some people want to watch the stream on TV, I guess, and there's not many TVs that you can watch Twitch on. And I, for example, am sitting next to a TV that doesn't have support for Twitch, so I had to do to buy a Raspberry Pi and make my own support for it with Kodi. But that's only probably the only advantage of YouTube, that it's more popular and you have it on more devices. That may be true. I don't remember, but it's possible. Definitely YouTube is also nice because it keeps all the videos automatically, so you don't have to worry about what happens on Twitch, which is your videos disappear after 1 or 2 weeks, I think. Okay, it seems like there's more and more reasons to watch on YouTube. Also quality, yeah. There might be. I mean, I'm not sure if there's a difference in quality right away when the stream is going on, but definitely should be different quality views after the stream is saved. But it's possible Ray may be correct actually. Mm, okay, okay, I believe you. So yeah, I was waiting. Even if he's supposedly here, interesting. He's got problems with KaM. Kamil says. Okay. Uh, This takes a really long time, and it's always annoying, especially that it's a pretty big game we were supposed to get here. And yeah, just like Gevorg said before, it's a bit of a problem with so many players sometimes. Evening Thunder. I actually said half an hour ago that there hardly ever goes by a stream without Thunder watching. So there's one constant on my streams that you'll always hear. So nice to see you, as always. You need to have a certain amount of viewers for different quality option Twitch. That may be true. Yeah. It probably depends on the partner program. I'm not quite sure right now. Nevertheless, I will never be interested in the Twitch partner program. In fact, because thank you. Because the Twitch partner agreement says that I am not allowed to. I know it. I kinda know that he's gonna get banned before downloading the replay. Anyway, yeah, the Twitch partnership agreement specifically says that you are not allowed to stream the same content on any other platforms in the first 24 hours after the content is there. So I would have to cease streaming to YouTube. And frankly speaking, if I had to choose between Twitch and YouTube, I wouldn't choose Twitch. If I really had to choose, I think I still have a bigger viewer count on YouTube, so probably the rest of the guys would switch over from Twitch. So I definitely don't mm, don't consider the partnership program even for the money, but money so important. Uh, huh. You're saying that YouTube is lagging a bit more. That's also interesting. But that might be actually true. Maybe it's because they're recoding for the quality settings. So you get something, you lose something. That's probably why Twitch doesn't have the quality setting, at least for non-partner people. Hmm. I had no arrangements with Black Pearl about commenting this game, so no, it seems like they're trying to continue the game now. Trying to continue the game with 5 versus 5, which is a bit of a trend, but it seems like it doesn't really pay off to wait a bit more and. Which location was he playing? No idea. Yoltis is probably here. So Zamut would be the one to at least theoretically. Thunder, do you know anything about the locations here? Like which lock should leave now? I mean, will it be balanced if D-Day leaves? Because I don't know. Okay. It happens, I guess. It's a PT2 versus 2. Advanced AI as replacement. We could try, but Okay. There we go. 5 versus 5 restart of this game. Oh, interesting. Hey Ray, is this a bug that this shows up? Or it's because of my setting, but I think this shouldn't show the clock, or only the time of the game. And it seems like it happened after rejoining from a lobby. So this may be important bit. There's only 2 logs abandoned with map coming and weapons logs. Okay, so you mean like no matter which logs quit, which 2 logs quit, it's impossible to say if it will be balanced. Because there are only 2 balanced logs on this map, okay. Ah, in that case it doesn't matter. Anyway, there's 20 minutes till peacetime. So, we should probably take a look at all the bases. Look at Egbert's base. Now it looks pretty lovely and compact, more or less. That's probably the way that you should be building on a location like this. I can't really see anything that I could pick on, so I'll just move to another base. Zamut. Like you see, it's a bit tricky because he has to build around this iron mountain here. I'm not really sure I'm a fan of making farms like this, but you know, on the other hand, he had to shorten this distance to the top when he was going for the gold and eventually for the iron as well. So I kind of understand why he did that. Anyway, let's take a look at Kamil, because it's always nice to see his bases. I get a feeling he doesn't have any wood problems, which is nice to see because I was a bit afraid something like this may happen. It seems like he made a couple of wood cuts on the right as well. But you can see there's a massive traffic jam, and what I said before seems to be true. He shouldn't have blocked his path here. Should have made an alternate route somewhere there, like from the left to the right and from the top to the bottom here, probably. Could have helped a bit maybe, but even more important would be a road on the right side of these buildings here, all along the way. So this is a mistake I didn't expect in Kamil's base. It doesn't work too well, I guess. So what's the time? Kinda feel like there's gonna be about 25 iron troops in his base. Can't really say much yet about the leather troops. Doesn't seem that fast, his production. You see, these formal slots will be used for specs more than for play. Yeah, that's pretty likely. But I also think that 12-player games can be pretty popular, especially at winter when there's a lot of players usually who want to play. It also will probably be popular in public lobbies, at least until people notice how easy it is to have a game where everyone is lagging or yawning like me right now. Yeah. Well, anyway, how about we take a look at Osemin's base? Not a lot of iron weapons done. It's the time to on a light here. So yeah. I'm really blind. Hold on for a second. Hopefully it didn't screw up the view here. Whatever. Anyway, got only one working big farm. This is pretty interesting. Does have any buildings using the KaM? Only 4 farms, and yeah, it seems like his food production is pretty slow here. He only has the fish. Yeah, this looks pretty bad, so he'd better speed up and make maybe a couple meals or something. It's kind of tricky because he doesn't even have the fields, enough fields for the meals and pig farms alike. Yeah, it seems like his base is pretty late with everything. This is pretty bad performance from Osamir, unfortunately. Seems so. Let's take a look at Shatella because his base looks pretty lovely and probably the most compact base in the entire map. But there's one little issue. It seems like a very small leather only base so far. So this is pretty horrible indeed because with leather only base you can't really do that much, especially with the leather only base with 5 farms. This is really too small to yeah. He's only now going for the iron production 12 minutes before peace, and this is pretty bad. If he's had a plan like this, assuming he didn't screw up his game early on, and that's the result. But he should have put more focus on the town hall units. Maybe make the third goldsmith here, and you know, try to produce a lot of gold and try to make some barbarians, for example. That would help a lot in his situation. He could have rushed the gold a bit. So that's what I would do if I had a location like this, probably. Because indeed the iron is really horrible on this log. So I'm not that surprised that it's taking a really long time for him to go there. Oh, seems like there's more viewers here right now. Probably the effect of KaM posting to the Knights Merchants Remake Facebook. So hello to everyone new here. We're showing well, it used to be 12-player game. Now it degraded down to 10-player game because one of the players had some problems that he couldn't come back to the game. Really unsure what happened there, but we're looking at game played on the beta version of Knights Merchants Remake with many changes. Among the changes are obviously support for having 12 players in one lobby. Like I said, we've got 10 at the moment. We're playing on a map called Elysium. And we can see a lot of nice things in the beta, and this is probably the time I should show some statistics for the weapons, for example. Let's maybe choose a bit more neutral ground so we can see what happened here. So yeah, we've got Egbert and maybe Pavel a bit. Okay, I'd say Egbert is definitely on the lead when it comes to the armies. It's a really good army, like the best army of all players. That's for sure. We've got a couple other players like Zippy, Kamil, probably also Pavel, who have pretty nice armies as well. Oh, but then we have Whoopa, and he's also pretty good. Zamut, Pretty close. Yeah, it seems like the entire Dutch team has pretty good iron. It's a bit worse for the Polish team, especially because of Bloody and Shatela. Pretty bad armies going up here, unfortunately. Maybe Shatela can make a difference with the leather weapons, but sorry, but it's going to be pretty tough. Let's take a look at the stats, how they look like. It's a bit early to do this, but you can see that Shatela has some real big problems with gold production for some. Yeah, that's probably the big problem that he had. Seems like he wasn't producing gold until 30 minutes. Whoa, what happened here? Bloody also had pretty horrible problems, as you can see, but even in his case, it was a bit better, and he eventually got out of this. While in case of Shatela, it was whoa. I guess one thing, you're supposed to make your second gold smelter at this point of the game in 30 minutes, and he didn't even have the first one working properly, so that must be pretty horrible. You can see there's a really long distance to the coal here, and this was probably the problem. I guess that's really unfortunate. Oh. Is there any other new things in this patch and any balance? Is linked to new GitHub repository. Okay, one thing at a time. So here's the link to the new repository for the Przemas, sorry, and about any rebalance. Well, there's a lot of features. You can see some of them here, like the statistics are pretty awesome for, especially for spectators. But they also work in game, so you can also see what everyone has in your own team. But apart from this, there's a random map generator. It's actually a game mode. Or you can also save maps with the which were generated with the generator, but you can also just play them in the lobby right away. So it's pretty awesome. There's also really nice new AI for this game. There's a lot of changes. I actually played a video before, which will probably be uploaded to Knights Merchants Remake YouTube channel later on, but I'm still waiting for this. And will definitely be shared on the Facebook pages and everywhere. But anyway, we're getting close to. I shouldn't close this actually. We're getting close to the peacetime with 5 minutes left. I'll take a short look at. Yeah, you can see Shatela and Yotis have. Okay, Yotis and D-Day are not playing anymore, so we probably not want to look at them. Yeah, so you can see that Shatela has pretty horrible iron, and this is probably going to hurt his teammates a lot. But you can also see Bloody somehow made very late iron, but it's going really fast, up to a point that he actually caught up with many of the players here. This is interesting. Okay, and another thing is that we can see Pavel along with Egbert, Wopa and ZP having the best iron, theoretically. Yeah, that sounds about right. But it's kind of looking like there might be an advantage for the yeah, let's actually see the team advantage. Yeah, there's a massive iron advantage here, massive weapon advantage overall. So the situation looks a bit like the last time, but I think in this game it's a bit more extreme. Although, yeah, this looks pretty bad. In general, the economy is a bit better on the top team side. Yeah, it looks really not so great for the bottom team. In pretty much every statistic. So yeah, it's going to be pretty tough game for the bottom team here. Oh crap! Really? Now you're saying about it. Why didn't you tell me before? mm, okay, sorry. Well, it happens. Okay, but yeah. So going back to what I was trying to talk about. Someone's lagging? No. Ah, maybe yeah. Got 2 minutes, so I'd rather be quick, but seems like we've got another lagger now. So yeah, just to show you quickly what happened before. In the teams, we've got a pretty big advantage for the resources here, for the war resources, for the weapons. I mean, big advantage in both iron and corn for the Dutch team. You can see that yeah, pretty much every statistic is better for the top team. And then, oh, this is pretty bad. Seems like nobody has horses in the bottom team. Yeah, it looks really bad for the bottom team indeed. I wonder what will happen with this 5-player map here. There's one thing. Okay, seems pretty balanced actually. So looking over the amounts of troops here, I would say that yeah, I have to say Pavel did a pretty nice job on his log with a lot of troops, but no ladder though. Okay, so it's not as good as I thought it's gonna be. Yeah, it's kind of okay, but I think he would need a lot more gold for this to be worth it. And apart from him, most of players, all players actually in the Dutch team have pretty nice armies. It will be a really tough one for the Polish team. Let's see what happens after peacetime. So yeah, let's see which statistic will be the most interesting. At least for now. I think we'll try with this one, but it would probably be a bit annoying in a while, so I'll disable it later. Okay. So about the battlefield, it's pretty big, I'd say, and we're playing top versus bottom here. Can't really say much about this setup. I don't really know how it will play out because okay, we can see there's a front here, so this will probably be the first front on the left side. The middle guys will likely go to Now that's an interesting plan. Seems like the okay, they're going to kill the base which is already dead because uh, this is a base of the player that actually had to leave. So okay, they're not gonna invade here. It seems like their plan is to attack right away. This might actually work because it's going to be extremely hard to get inside here once they are here, and it doesn't seem like the Polish team noticed. I mean, they should have, but Mm. I just wonder if they want to attack right away. Now they probably have to gather all the troops there. In the meantime, they're trying to scout on the left side. Yeah. This gives the Polish team a big chance, but they have to do it clever. Okay, actually no, there's no chance. The green base will be dead. I don't see any way how he can win this, even in such a small entrance. There's just simply way too few troops to defend this. And it doesn't seem like the Polish troops are even moving in the right direction. Unless they try to... They could try to attack the left side, but how much do they see here? Now that's another problem, but seeing two players on the right side, they should probably figure it out and act right away, but yeah, it seems exactly what's happening right now. They're trying to catch Zamut in a pretty tough spot, even with Zippy helping. I think it will be pretty hard for them to defend against 4 players. Anyway, it seems like I think he'll kill quite some troops here, but the amount of troops here is just too much, just too many. I mean, even with X-Balls, yeah, Bloody stands no chance. Okay, seems like, sorry for a bit harsh words maybe, but seems like this part of the map completely failed. It's just way too powerful rushing in here. Obviously, it doesn't happen every game, and with this player not here, it's easy to walk in here, but it would be almost equally easy to walk in through this entrance, I think. Not that much harder. Anyway, you can see that at this moment they should probably go to the left, at least with one of the players. Anyway, there's a bigger fight going on the left side. Yeah, why didn't he have towers, by the way? That's another interesting thing. No blockers at all. But yeah, we can see... So far it looks... Here I can't really say who's gonna win, but there's no shooters for Egbert and Zamut, so it looks bad for them. Zamut is breaking through with Egbert in the middle though, which can be pretty nice, and yeah, they'll probably kill off this... yeah, it looks pretty bad for the Polish guys. I have no idea what happened here, because it looked pretty nice at their start. Yeah... And on top of that, if they go back with this, it's total GG. It's really hard. I think it's really hard for these guys to even help on the left side. Kamil still has a lot of troops, but not for long, because he's in a really horrible position, separated from his teammates, and his teammates don't have that much army. Right now, as you can see, there's more troops for the Dutch team here, with only 3 players versus 4. So this fight was pretty bad for the Polish team indeed. But Osemir will probably catch Zippy here. He's making a mistake. Maybe this will turn around. Probably won't, because Kamil is in a really tough spot right now. He's trying to escape with the... ow, sorry. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the Grey player left, because it made the attack of the top team a bit overpowered. But I can see that Zippy is losing there, more or less. He might lose the balls as well if the Polish guys are quick, but it's not going to be that easy. There's a lot of troops coming. Yeah, Wopa and Abu Bakr almost destroyed the base of Bloody. I can almost feel the way Bloody is feeling right now. He couldn't do anything. He was completely separated. It's really way too hard to attack this. I mean, to support this lock. If it's not the problem that this lock wasn't here, then perhaps some small entrance like here could actually be some kind of help. Then that guy can go back to his base and wait for some reinforcements. But I don't know. Okay, seems like Camille is really aggressive here. I have no idea why, because on the other hand, there's no point in waiting, because now they like 5 versus 4. In fact, 5 versus 1, judging from the amount of troops left here. So it's going to be really pretty much impossible to win this for the bottom team. And on top of that, it seems like Camille was caught with half of his swordmen dying here. Doesn't really look too good, and now they're following gets in GG. I mean, they can try to go back because there's still plenty of troops coming. It might work. It's not gonna be easy, that's for sure. But still, now I'm thinking of it, even if this lock was here, the plan would most likely be to attack it. Block this entrance, go in here as fast as possible. It's completely blocked, it's not that easy to defend it, and it's GG. And the worst part is... No, okay, actually maybe the same thing can happen on the left side. Feels a bit more difficult though, especially with this placement of the barracks. The Polish guys are trying to take the last stand somewhere here, but really looks pretty bad for them. I have no idea how they could win this. I think they're overall better fighters, the Polish team, but not that much better. Not for these difference in troops. There's probably 3 times more troops in the Dutch team right now, so it's pretty much impossible. But I could see some chance if they can strike Zamut here on the left side with Egbert, but do it very fast. It could have worked. They had a position to try, but it probably pays off a bit more to just wait. Especially that only Wopa is attacking right now, and his teammates are quite far away, which means that theoretically they could have some chance, but it's really tough. Now everyone is going in. Without storming, this militia is pretty useless here, really. There's so many bowmen here that this can't end well. Yeah, you can see now Dutch team is attacking from every side. I think in their case it would probably be best to just try defend Camille's base with some troops and gradually go back towards the bottom. and wait for enemy mistake, but seems like it didn't happen, and it seems like the almost all the Polish troops are lost. And it seems that the Dutch team took a revenge for the previous game played on wild grasslands. Here on Elysium, it seems like the Dutch team is winning so far. I can't really see any way for this to turn around. Just a mind-blowing, crushing defeat. So many troops here. But to be honest, they didn't even have to play like this. They could just stand in the middle and win probably, because the amount of troops that the Polish and Dutch teams had, yeah, you can just see it here from the charts. And as we can see, comparing these two, entire army and army power, you can see the army power is even bigger. So mostly spam kind of troops from the bottom team, leather and militia kind of stuff, I guess. Yeah, it seems like all the troops are dead from the bottom team. Only KaM is still trying to defend his base, but without any hope of succeeding. So yeah, this is GG. Hello, you're a bit late to the party, but still. But I always, to those who are new here, hello, and I'm always making the streams these days at Saturdays at 19 of Central European time. So I started this stream almost 2 hours ago. So next time you can just be at the same time here and expect me to show it. At least for next couple months, I will do it like this. Maybe I'll switch around a bit after pandemic goes down a bit. You know, because Saturday night is usually reserved for some other activities than showing remake streaming. So that might change, but right now seems like yeah, GG. Okay, so let's take a last look at the stats, and perhaps we can see another game. Maybe I can take a look at that. Not like this. At the lobby. Hold on for a second. Maybe there's another game going on. Let me see. There's some lobby, but they're probably AFK right now. Oh, there's a lobby here. Okay, it seems like there's gonna be a full lobby up, so I'm pretty sure we'll show a new game in a couple minutes. So yeah, as you saw before, it seems like there was a really big advantage. Don't mind Dida and the Otis, because they had to leave the game before, so it stayed 5 versus 5. But apart from that, well, at least they didn't lose any troops, right? But apart from that, Whoopa seems to be an MVP regarding the base, at least. Also, pretty much the entire Dutch team has really nice bases, and the only player who even remotely was close to them was Kamil. When looking at the Polish team. Although I think some of these charts are not quite right, because Pavel also had pretty nice army. So let me take a look here. How was the production going on? Yeah, you can see that army power was the best for Pavel. Who else? Osemir wasn't that bad. No, sorry, Kamil wasn't that bad, but Pavel seemed to be better somehow. So probably a bit smaller base, but a bit more effective. But also Whoopa, Egbert, and Zamut. So these three players had the best game with, also with, like I said before, with Pavel and Kamil. Um, when it comes at the teams, you can see there's a huge advantage for the top. Huge, just huge. Uh, so it was really hard to do anything. Well, obviously, I mean, with Bloody dying so early, I think there could be a chance that their gap would be breached after a while if they didn't kill one player from the bottom team. Um, you can actually see the economy was pretty close around peacetime, even if a bit late. But the top team had all the horses. Only who? Only Kami tried to do some horses and he did them late. So yeah, it seems it was pretty bad. Okay, so this is the end of this game, and now let's go to another lobby. But you can't see it yet. Okay, hold on for a second. There we go. We've got some well-known players here, so you probably know what to expect. And I should really invest in some light for my face because it looks ridiculous on the stream. Uh, yeah, maybe I should make the announcements on Facebook a bit more often uh, because I do it only once in a while. Facebook doesn't really reward me for making announcement every week, and probably not everyone wants to see the announcement every week. So I just decided to go for a fixed time, so it's always Saturday 19 these days, and it seems to work pretty well. I think Sundays could be maybe better. I'm thinking about switching, but like I said, for the time being, I'll just leave it where it is right now. Okay. Uh, so how about huh, I could probably play, but then you guys will have to watch me building. I'm not sure if that's what you want to see. Uh, that probably made no sense whatsoever, but whatever. Okay. So I was supposed to take a look here. Okay. Still waiting for at least one player to start, I guess. Or maybe three. Okay. This will be interesting game for sure then. Because seems like Pada is really wine powered today. Mm. I can't disable this. Uh, Thank you. Hmm. Huh. That's the moment when I know I made it. When people actually remember that I'm streaming at Saturdays. It's actually pink. Not sure if you can see it, but it's pink. But I like it. I have no idea why, because I hate pink color, but I really like this t-shirt somehow. Uh, okay, so Kungan is... yeah, actually I have a pink t-shirt, so I can take his pink color, right? Okay, oops. I'm not supposed to send anything like this. Mm. Mm. Okay, especially for Bara, there's a close-up. And it looks orange, it seems. Ah, I wasn't supposed to do this. No, 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 no. Why did it play? Okay. Now, but I satisfied. Yes, salmon. Can you even see this is salmon color? Because this is actually salmon color, but it looks so orange in this light. The fact that I know this is a salmon, this is salmon color probably doesn't make me really manly, but whatever. I'm an IT guy, so it's okay for me to know the colors because you know web development and stuff. IT people have to know colors, even men. So guess I'm fine. Still waiting for two more guys, I guess. Mm. And then we'll start. Yeah, that's the problem with KaM lobbies. It takes a really long time sometimes to uh, 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 to gather people for a game. Gotta stick to the facts, so let's change the title. Seems like we're gonna see another Dutch team today. Okay, we've got Harry doesn't feel very German, and Bar doesn't feel very German either, so got two fake Germans here. And for Dutch people, I'm not sure who's gonna play with the fake Germans. Okay. Oh, they could start already. But Conga needs 30 minutes, yeah. What happened here? Doesn't refresh. Well, so far we've got 20. Let's see how much we can yeah, dance for the ma. I'm not gonna fall for that, Harry. Even if it's very tempting. But yeah, the subtle dancing happens only in very dark places where nobody can see my face. So, but yeah. Defending the homeland seems like they're going up for 6p game, and wonder how they would balance this. Bullet is definitely the best of the best here. Oh, seems like it's Thunder, even if he says it's not him, but we know he is. Exactly. But yeah, let's take a look at balance. It seems like 3 E-stars versus 2 LTs and a beer. Might work, actually. Yeah. Uh, I'm kind of afraid for the LT beers here. But it can work. Depends how the E-stars will play. Pretty sure that Bullet will out spam everyone, so depends on the others. So yeah, ready up. Come on, guys. Waiting for so much time. Still waiting for. But you all know it very well by now. It's always Bara. I probably need something. Back from the other room. Okay. So the magic word is Barbara. Barbar, whatever. Yeah, I wrote in the Polish way, but I'm not sure if this is the English way as well. But anyway, we finally started the second game. I was missing something. I think I was missing the branding in the beta. Forgot to put it up. Anyway, we've got Mr. Foolhardy and I think it was Buba Abjab, but can't really be sure. But most likely. Otherwise, it's Blackpearl, but I think his brother was using this nickname. Oh, I'm the biggest idiot. Never mind. And the other team has Bullet Bala and Boss. And seems like Prokos is spectating this game with us. We're playing on a map called Defending Homeland. Defending the Homeland, yes. I'm not sure what the Homeland is, but I know that this is a pretty nice map. It's really lovely looking. I gotta say, it's Thor at his finest. Look at this bridge, for example. Yeah. Wish I could make maps as good as this one. As for the gameplay, it's depending on the log, it can be a bit interesting. You can see these logs, for example, have some nice problems that you have to go around. For example, here you have really close gold, but only makes sense to make one gold mine there, I guess. Or otherwise you have to rebuild them fast here anyway. So I think most people will go for the second one on the right side, but I may be wrong. I'd have to see how much gold is there in the editor, but right now I don't remember. On Mr. Foo's location, it's a bit tricky because of the sand here, so you can't really make farms, for example, here. I mean, it's not the best spot for farms, of course, but after a while, like here, you would want to make some, especially that you have to make the forests somewhere here and the stonemasons here. So it will kinda be a problem at some point to make many farms. I think you can fit around I don't know, 6 more or less, without too much effort. Perhaps with a bit better planning you can fit in more, but yeah, you also have this weird forest on the top. But of course, Fu is playing here, so we can suspect he will not need a lot of space for. Are they restarting the game because Kungan is here? God damn it. Maybe it's closed. So what, one more? Okay, seems like next wanted spec. Wait, going back to the game, I've been wondering what Fu will do, and we all know what Fu will do, as he's best known from making insanely small bases with max 5 farms. I don't expect to be surprised here. You can see ultra compact setup he's going for. Although, to be honest, I would probably try to sneak in a woodcutter here. but maybe bad for planning, so that's probably why he doesn't want to do that. But could be done in a nice way. I think maybe make a sawmill here, and then the, what's it called, the gold mine. Yeah, it could work. But yeah, a player like Fu will not need a lot of space for farms anyway, so this can be a pretty nice block for him, as he can make very minimalistic bases, as we know very well. Let's take a look at the counterparts in the other team. Starting with Baratheon. Bara is going for the first force here. This one is not his, or maybe it's his own. Yeah, it's probably his forest as well, but this one is a bit more accessible. So I don't think he's gonna go for that one, especially so early. I'd go for this one even before that one. Especially that he has to, yeah, you can see there's a bit of a similar problem with what you had on Fu's location. You don't have a lot of space for the farm, so you have to make them here. To say the least, it's a bit tricky. I think it's actually way easier on Fu's location, and I don't really think this is balanced well. Because we have to cover some distance to make the farms. Not really easy. You can try to make them here, maybe like some fast farms or something, but yeah, with a lot of sand in this area, it's a bit annoying. Boss is playing on this location here. You can see there's really insane distance to the Iron Mountains. So I expect him to put more emphasis on the leather production, although I cannot be sure. But that would be the logical thing to do here. It seems like I'm not looking at the chat, but nothing happens here. So let's take a look at the two power logs. Or I'm not sure if I can call them power logs, but they're definitely the lone logs. Oh, Harris location is really annoying. You can see this forest here, which is pretty much useless, but you have to make a woodcutter here because that's the closest trees you have. You have this space, which is pretty much useless. You have it's like being hungry and being unable to eat. You look at this location, you see there's so much space you can use for farms and woodcutters. There's only one simple problem. It's a bit far, and you have a mountain stuck here in the middle of your log, and there's like no space to make buildings in a Zane way. Where you have some space in close proximity to the storehouse, you also have some sand, so you can't really make farms here. You'd have to go here, for example, or here, but this is a bit far away. It would be a really nice localization for some extra woodcutters here, but farms are more important. And on top of all of that, the gold production is a bit tricky because you have a long distance to the gold mines. So yeah, it's in some ways it's a bit similar to Elysium, to Tandrus map that we saw played a couple of minutes before. Let's take a look at Bullet. Yeah, and then you look at Bullet's location and you start to think, what the hell is wrong with this map? You can see that, well, okay, even if the gold is really close and the iron is slightly further away, then the coal is really far away, and it's going to be a pretty big pain for Bullet to manage the gold production and have it running smoothly. I think he made the right decision of putting the gold smelters here in the middle of his base, because they kind of have to have close coal. Although maybe still a bit better to have it closer to the coal, because these buildings will have a tough time to get the coal from here if there are closer buildings, the iron production buildings needing coal as well. So I don't know if this is going to work that well, actually. But we'll see. But take a look at how Bullet is actually paying attention to the shortcuts. I think that's a thing that can distinguish a good player from a bad one. Many people don't realize how much time you can save by making oh, what? By making shortcuts early on. I mean, because you can see, for example, right now his serfs are kind of blocking themselves here. It's not a big issue, not a big traffic jam, but at some point he'll need to start wondering what is going on here and try to work around it with some maybe roads here, maybe here or here will be needed. Yeah. So you waste a bit more time for roads like this, but it's still pretty close to the quarries, so it's not a big deal. It's still not going to take that much of your time. Wonder why he... Oh, wait, there's only one tile here. Okay. But I don't think this is a bad log for a Bullet to play here. I kinda think that Harry's log is a bit harder. I mean, there's nothing that stops you from making a huge base here. Although there's a bit less space than in Harry's case. But on Harry's log, it's really just not nice to use this space. There's a lot of space, but you can't really use it efficiently. You can't plan your base well here. You kind of have to make a chaotic base, which doesn't look like it makes sense, you know. So yeah, you can see Bullet's location is a bit easier, and I'm afraid he might have a bit easier job here to do on this lock compared to Harry. We can see Upjab is going on towards the top. Sorry, this is Black Pearl. Oh, always keeps changing his nicknames. I thought there was some other nickname last time, so I was a bit confused. What I don't understand, however, is why there's only 89% alcohol there. But I don't drink, so maybe that's why I don't know what is so special. Looking at Mr. Fu's base. It's like watching a movie that you already know. You know what to expect from Mr. Fu. Small base, couple farms. Nothing out of order. There must be older and low in his base. Although, I wish he had a bit more older and low on the right side here. Is it possible for him to make a shortcut? Probably should be. And okay, it seems like he has exactly the same conclusion right now. Although one thing that could have helped was would be closing the stones in the storehouse, because he's got quite a lot of them right now. Not sure this is intended. Oh, what else I can say? Looks pretty lovely. That's all I can say. Now let's take another look at boss. Going to the left side for the Iron Mountains. That's a quite long road he has to make. How does it look compared to Blackie? Because I think he's the direct competitor, and his log is also having a tough time to get the iron mines here. I think Blackie is a bit ahead, not by far though. It still can be, you know, it can be. I forgot the words. Damn it. Boss can catch up. Yeah, that's what I intended to say. So with two farms working here, Black is slightly ahead with the third one up as well. 5 versus... Yeah, but other than that, I think I like bosses build a bit more when it comes to the wood production. You can see that his woodcutters are evenly spread in the entire base here, and each of them has a lot of space to work on, while in Black Pearl's base it's a bit worse. I mean, you can see just this area here and kinda this, and that's it. Yeah, okay, also this one. So that's like here. Then you look here and you see this and this and this. There's a lot of space for the woodcutters. If assuming that he needs that much space, of course, because I think what Black Pearl is doing can also be enough. But I guess we'll see later on. Let's take a look at Bara now. There's definitely a lot of space for the woodcutters here. Yeah, just like I said before, it's a bit tricky to build on this block because you have to go towards the top with the farms. Yeah, it's a bit annoying log to play with all this sand here. So probably recommended to go full style on this, but it doesn't look like that to me. I mean, definitely one thing I don't like here is I kinda wish there were more buildings in this area, but it's probably impossible because we can see that well, the only buildings he could put somewhere here would probably be a sawmill here instead of this one, for example, or whatever. And maybe in this area, stuff like this, I would try, but that doesn't change a lot. Actually, I think this is a pretty neat inn from Bara. You can see a lot of space here. There's actually double roads. Double roads in a TeamSpeak lobby. Can you imagine? Pretty funny. That doesn't happen a lot. Let's take a look at Bullet now. We've got 3 farms up. This is not that fast, I gotta say. But his iron protection is already working. I think this is bit faster than Harry, maybe not. I mean, he has only one, but it's also working. I think it is not too bad because Harry is already finishing up his weapon smithy, and I think his first armor smithy was ready a bit before, or maybe not. Okay, he's slightly behind, but it's not a huge difference. And one difference, one advantage Harry has over Bullet is that he's got all three arm mines built, while Bullet is still going for the third one. Obviously, it's a bit further away, so that's probably why. Whoa, but look at what Harry is doing here. I really like the way he put the buildings here. This is a pretty nice build, pretty nice planning. It all makes sense. And it also seems like he doesn't care much about the farms here. So we're gonna go for iron only build. Doesn't make much sense to do anything else than that, probably. Actually, I mean, I don't know why he didn't try to go for a bit more farms, but I'm guessing he'll try later. Might try to go for some kind of trade. Perhaps for food, perhaps for corn. Hard to say for now. Going back to Blackbird. Sorry. Looking at something for a moment. We've got 4 farms, 3 farms going up. Pretty nice shortcuts here already. They kinda help, but probably would help more. There was a bit of road here as well, which is probably in the plan. Wondering how it goes against boss. Yeah, like we saw before, it's a bit faster. He's got the iron smithy done already. While in boss's case, he's still trying to build it. Even if the second iron mine was built a bit earlier by boss, I think he's still going to have an advantage here. Regarding the second and third, which will be done very quickly, while boss still has to make the road. So I think Blackbird will have a bit of an advantage soon with the iron. Actually, we can actually make 5 here. Interesting. Anyway, looking back at the Bada, Now is a bit faster than full when it comes to iron production. Although, I mean, only regarding the iron mines, because they both have the production going on. Even seems a bit better for Fu, maybe because he's what is happening here? Ah, he's got the barracks already. Whoa, this is pretty early, I gotta say. And then you can see he doesn't waste too much time on stuff if he can avoid it. Although I will still say maybe it would make more sense to go here, but probably this way. This will be way shorter road to the gold mine if he doesn't make it on the right side here. Although, is it? I'd still make it here. Maybe the advantage on the left side, making on the left side, is that there will be always a lot of serfs around the barracks, so there will be many people going between the gold mine and the gold smelter. Sorry. There is some point in making it on the left side indeed. I didn't think about this initially. What else can we say about these two bases? Doesn't seem like Fu is planning to do more than 3 farms, at least for now. No marketplace either, at least for now as well. Maybe planning make one here, but it's not definite. Probably not. Seems like kind of slow build from Bada regarding the sorry, really shouldn't stream. A bit tired, it seems. Yeah, I'm not sure what I wanted to complain about. Seems like the chat is equally sleepy as I am right now. It really hurts me that I don't have the live statistics here. It would make the job a bit easier. But we can see that there's about 13 ammos and weapons, and only 7 here. There's no barracks. But there's a lot here. So yeah, it's slightly better for bullet. I think around 4 more. 8 more iron weapons overall, if I see correctly, more or less. Just finishing the weapon smithy, and yeah, it's still pretty early, so it looks like the army will be pretty strong as always. Perhaps I will try to do this. So, honestly finding a bit rough to keep speaking. Uh, oh, seems like Blackbird is a bit late with his. God damn it. Okay. Seems like Blackbird just finishes his armor smithies. Only one of them was working a couple seconds ago. Now we have two more built up. Probably gonna make 20 pikes, and the rest will be shields and armors, which means suits for swordmen. Mm. Mm. You can see this is a pretty big base, and 6 farms, you could say only 6 farms, but on a location like this it's a bit tough to build in a way that makes some sense. I think Black Pearl managed to do that actually, but okay, now I see why Bullet is playing the black color. They stole each other's colors, it seems. What else does he want to make here? I had a feeling that some of his farms were a bit late. Like the fifth and sixth farm was a bit late, I think. Wondering how many iron units he can make from these free armor smithies. I'm never playing with free. Maybe maybe I could consider this. Because I always have a bit of a problem to use up the iron I gather in the first 30-40 minutes. So this may be some solution. Wait, maybe let's take a look at Harry. Yeah, looking now at this base, you wouldn't even guess that this location actually is pretty annoying, pretty bad for planning. This is either a perfect pre-build or really good planning skills. You can see he's still planting the trees here. And he only has 5 walking woodcutters? Really? Huh. Wonder why he didn't even try to make one here, but on the other hand he's going iron only, which means... Whoa, there's still 19 minutes, which means his army will actually be pretty nice. What he's trading for? Yeah, okay, now I see what he needs the woodcutters for. Yeah, it seems like it doesn't really need much more wood. Whoa, this is a pretty terrible evening for me. Maybe I should go to sleep instead of streaming. But if I had to judge, I think he's gonna have a pretty nice amount of troops. At least 70, maybe 80. This can definitely be done. One a bit not nice thing is that he's not gonna have any horses. That's pretty sure at this point. See that he's basing his food production on bakeries alone. Perhaps he's gonna throw in a vineyard or two later on, but it's not definite. He's also going, you could say, LT style for third armor smithy. Probably gonna switch at some point, maybe to swords. hard to say. Because I think, well, otherwise he would probably have. Ah, okay, he's making the third weaponsmith. He didn't notice that one. Okay, let's take a look at Bara and how it looks like. It's a bit late for these barracks to be built right now. Don't you guys think? There's not that many weapons. Yeah, it seems like not the best game, but then Bara gave the other team a bit of a handicap. Uh, Handicap called wine. So that might explain his base looking a bit weird, maybe. I don't know. It's necessary weird because this log is pretty annoying. Like I said, you have to make the farms here, and yeah, but there's definitely some problems here right now with the traffic jam. But it's mainly because of the barracks were built just now, and it will take a few minutes before they get all their weapons out of the storehouse. This is kinda expected. The problem here was the barracks were built late. It's nothing to do with the roads. Although looking at the roads, this road, this shortcut here and maybe there as well is probably a good idea, because you can see that entire movement of two parts of the base right now is based on this little area, so it had to end like this, even despite the traffic jam related to the barracks. This seems pretty bad, yeah. So we'll see what happens later on, but for now, maybe let's move into boss's base. Oh. Going for the fifth iron mine. The iron doesn't seem as powerful as it could be on such a location. I got a feeling that he's. Whoa, yeah, I mean, okay, there's no comparison to Harry, but comparing to Black Pearl, you can see he has way better iron here. Obviously, this is also a fiber mine location, and seems like Black, he was a bit faster to be here, so it seems to be working quite well. Yeah, but he also has some leather production and some horses, which is very important. What else? Too early for a lobby break. I mean, peacetime break. Ah, now he joins. Just waiting for us to stop writing or what? Exactly. Anyway, Let's take a good look at bullet space because there's a lot of Iron troops. There's 11 minutes till peacetime, and in about, I don't know, 4 minutes he's gonna have what I would take for granted for my peacetime. So this is probably going to be around, I don't know, probably 40 Iron troops on peacetime. This is pretty possible. Not that many horses though, although 2 more are coming and 2 are here. It's not bad then. Not that bad. In 10 minutes he probably can make overall about 8, I'd say. Nah, maybe 10, yeah. Yeah, and this is also already pretty lovely base. Perhaps a road here wouldn't hurt, but maybe it's not that much of a deal. Especially that you can see all the dependent buildings are in this area, so the lack of building, the lack of road here is probably a bigger deal, but this road is not 100% necessary, because to get here, I think they can just as well go there, and there's not that much of a deal. I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel it when I see it, but I don't really know how to explain why this is not a big mistake. Perhaps because the workaround is a bit smaller, and here it's kind of bad if you want to go there, you know. But obviously I'm being a bit picky right now. You can see that he's still expanding with his farms, probably aiming for about well, right now 8, but who knows how many in the end. Keeps making the swine farms. This is the third one actually. But it doesn't seem like he is trying to make a lot of buildings at this precise moment. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome army already. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Hari. Already 80 troops. This is pretty nice. Slightly back with the weapons, but I'm pretty sure he can catch up in no time. The problem is he doesn't have enough recruits, but yeah, I want to say he's working on it, but okay, this looks a bit better, but now trading the planks, interesting. I'm not sure what's the difference, because I think 1-to-1 was the oh wait, maybe it was 2-to-1 from the don't remember the what was the trade from tree trunks instead of timber. But yeah, you can see. I think he could go for, well, at least 90, but I'm not sure if this is his last word. It looks pretty good what he's doing here on this lock. Now let's take a look at boss. Okay, I'm starting to think that they might have a bit of a problem with having enough spam. I mean, what boss has will probably be around 30 bowmen, 7 horses, and around 25 iron troops. Kinda similar stuff here in Barra's base. Definitely lacking a lot of swords. This is going to be a big issue in the start. And for bullets, well, he's doing his job, that's for sure. Might aim for about maybe 100 troops. Nah, maybe 80 troops of peacetime on like this. Already got 30, 60, 63. Yeah, it looks already pretty good. We'll see what happens in a couple more minutes. And then comparing this to Harry, who already has 90 armors and 82 weapons. Yeah, he might be going for about 95 iron troops on peacetime. This is pretty mind-blowing army, and definitely really powerful. With Mr. Fu, going his Mr. Fu usual style, a bit of everything. Although light version of it, it seems like he's going for a lot of shooters of both types, plus a bit lances and a bit of swordmen, but no horses yet. Interesting. But I gotta say, this seems like a pretty weak army. This isn't that much. This isn't really powerful, in my opinion. He's even lacking a couple wooden weapons. So yeah, it doesn't blow my mind, to be honest. And then we've got something which is pretty nice, although still lacking quite a lot of swords, but it's enough for the horses, and there's a lot of them, so it's a pretty good performance from Blackie, not without its downsides, but there's not many of them here. This is almost top level kind of stuff, and he can make the swords in no time, so I'm pretty confident that he's gonna do fine now. He's probably switching from pikes right now, anyway, so yeah. So, to sum up, it seems like these two players might be on a similar level. I'm not good enough at counting quickly. Mr. Fu kinda seems similar to Bara. Although, I don't know, Bara has horses and a bit better, maybe a bit better iron troops. Yeah, it's hard to say because there will be a bit more iron troops in Fu's base, I think. I'd probably still prefer Bara's army with horses. And then we've got both, who's probably gonna have a bit tough time against Harry's army. Although Boss's army is kind of fine. It's like 30-40, more or less. More or less. And then you see this 100 troops. It's a shame he doesn't have enough recruits for this shit, but it was pretty damn close. Whoa. 101 troops. No, the problem with league games is that uh, one versus one, you have only two bases to watch. Two versus two would be actually a bit better, probably, but yeah. Uh, the best games to stream are probably three versus three upwards. There's most stuff happening. In six versus six, you don't even have to care about not having stuff to show because at start you just describe what happens and the teams and the map, and suddenly you have something happening everywhere, and there's always at least one guy making a mistake, so it's way easier. But for 1v1 2v2 it's a bit hard to stream. Have to focus and really have a lot to talk about. So yeah, right now I think the right side has a bit more chance. I think that LT armies are a bit scary here. Mr. Fu is slightly less scary, but on the left side only Bullet has really super nice army, and then we have Boss with pretty nice army, and we have Bara with uh, a bit better army than Fu, that's for sure. So but still, I think the balance goes towards the right side a bit more. So that's where I put my money on. I put my money on the LTs with Mr. Fu against the E-Stars here. But I guess we'll see what happens after peacetime. Still waiting for boss, and guess what? Just gonna be wait. Yes. I was about to say I'm gonna just wait for boss to get ready and then post this. Oh well. There we go. The last game I'm showing today, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. By the way, I'd appreciate some feedback because I'm using the speakers today. But I think you can't even hear it, so I think it's fine. There's no problems, right? See, Black Pro gathering his horses here to take the position and not let, hopefully, not let bullets horses in. Mm. Well, Mr. Fu tried to lure a bullet into a trap. It didn't work, but he didn't let bullets in here. Still, there's, as you can see, a lot of stuff that the left side managed to uncover. Even if they can't see Black Pearl's base here, but you can see Black Pearl is going for some extra scouting. I don't think this horse is about to escape. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. Okay, for some reason Harry's going here. Okay, let's take a look at the entire picture. Boss is still getting his troops out of the barracks. Same for Bar actually. At least some of them. The infantry it seems. And it will look like the E-Stars plan to go for Harry. I wouldn't do that if I was them. There's a really scary group of crossbows waiting for them to attack. Actually, I don't think this group is waiting to attack. This group is actually going to attack boss pretty soon. This is pretty evident. So he should really fight very fast. I mean, it says some time. But I can always support him when he goes back a bit, so it's not a big deal probably. But Harry's trying to attack him anyway, and Mr. Fu is he seems to be moving towards the top a bit, so I don't really know what's the plan here. Blacker's still getting out his troops, which is kind of unfortunate. It seems like Harry knows what to do. I thought he's gonna try to attack, but sorry. Just try to annoy him a bit here. And other than that, I don't think we're gonna get much action. No. Mr. Fu starts dancing with Zosus and probably hopes to shoot something down, but this position is pretty horrible for attacking. He could try somewhere here, but I can just go back then. So it's a pretty campy spot. So I gotta say that if he wants to do something, maybe he can try with Harry, but it's also not the best idea. There's not a lot of space in this area. They can't move too much to the bottom. Anyway, pretty sure that I'm not pretty sure about anything. I thought that they're gonna try to attack in the middle, but maybe it's not the best idea. Could be a nice idea to attack on the top for the red guy here for Blackbird. Okay, this gotta be the hardest stream I ever did regarding how sleepy I am. I promise to go to sleep immediately after this. Yeah, but it seems like Harry's front is the best one to attack, unless Blackbird can find some courage in himself to attack Bullet. But does he see it? Yeah, he does see it. Yeah, I think the best idea would be to make a coordinated attack on multiple fronts, so every single player has to engage somewhere, and then oh, look at that. Bada is trying to shoot towards Harry here. Trying to support boss a bit. But it seems like Harry is losing a couple troops once in a while. Doesn't even try to protect them that much. Although maybe that's the plan, to shoot the guys on the side here. In the meantime, completely nothing happening on the top front. Perhaps it could be nice to make a small attack on the top on that bridge for one of the top players, and then make a main attack on the bottom when They have to move some troops towards there. Actually, yeah, I would be really tempted to attack if I was Black Pearl, but then Mr. Fu would have to support, and I'm not sure this can happen. And now Harry is moving into a very difficult position. I think Bara will try to, yeah, he will try to help boss here, and this is really tricky because it's not like they can help Harry quick enough. He doesn't have any possibility to go back fast enough. Perhaps this was intended, but oh crap, and now he joined these troops and they're completely blocking each other. Damn it. This is really strange what is happening here. I don't understand his position at all. But somehow it seems to be working, and I kind of think that they might have been trying to... Oh, seems like Blackie is actually trying to do what I wanted him to do. After seeing what happens here, and maybe it will be... Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I thought is gonna happen, but I think his bows are not in a great position right now. I also think that he might go back. Nah, he should press, he should continue. But he's a bit far away. But if I was himself, I would probably try to push on. That's exactly what he's doing here. And in the meantime, on the bottom, we can see that Harry is making an attack. But Baron both are already here. And there's gonna be a catch here. Let's take a quick look on the top. I'm pretty sure they're gonna catch as well. But Harry will have... this is gonna be really tough. Harry doesn't even shoot. This is a complete disaster on Harry's side. Really bad fighting. Whoa, what is he doing? What is he even doing? Okay, I'm not even gonna look here. He is hoping for the right side team that the top can do something, but they're really static. Only Fu trying to do something, but without Black Pearl trying to attack Bullet, and it's gonna be pretty hard to do this actually. I would probably try to storm attack with this here and just hope for the best, but yeah, it's a bit of a hard situation to do anything, although somehow Harry is still getting the kills. Although this is kind of tricky because now he's gonna get shot by the bowman here, and we'll probably see that he's unable to do anything. He's gonna try stop this, so let's take a look at what happens on the top, and there's gonna be a pretty bad catch, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's not that bad. Okay. Now he should definitely catch this with pikes. Huh, he doesn't even move to do this, but he does catch it indeed. And now there's some support pikes attacking from the side, which will be very bad for Bullet here. I mean for Blackbird here. But on the other hand, Mr. Fu easily will probably defeat Bara's troops and Bullets as well a bit. Because there were some Bullets troops there too. Bullet is sending some reinforcements. He's got barracks really close. So this is gonna be a close one, but I think Bullet might actually win without that much effort. Although Mr. Fu is going in here, and this is going to be a lifesaver for Bullet. Harry is safe in the meantime. Come on, start shooting. You're close enough. Shoot down the horse and go for the bows. Although, whoa, it's not going to be easy. Yeah, Bullet is gonna win here, definitely. Now Blackie has to save his troops, and Bara has to kill Mr. Fu. Yeah, there's no other option. Harry is simply way too far to do anything. I mean, Bara will probably lose. He's already close to lose his own infantry, but then you can see Boss is also going in. So Fu would have to be really fast to go back, and you can see he isn't that fast. But then they have a lot of shooters. There's a huge chance if they can go back successfully and connect their armies, they can actually do some damage still. You can see Mr. Fu is trying to repay the kindness here, and it's not gonna work. What's more, he's not even going to save this horse because, yeah, okay, they stopped shooting, which may actually make him save that horse. Yeah. Now they're gonna go to the top, probably. This could be a good idea to do. Um, I hoped for for a shorter game. Oh well. Sorry. Okay, so situation is like this. We've got the left side with quite some troops left and a lot of infantry, and the Raging Bullet is probably gonna try to attack through the bridge. In the meantime, the right side has a lot of shooters left, so this seems like a pretty similar kind of army, but without infantry on the right side. Not so much infantry, at least. Mm, seems like Khan is trying to spread his troops towards the bottom and make boss go to the bottom as well. Well, it worked. Don't know what Bullet is trying to do because this is a one sure way to lose his troops. But okay, perhaps. Yeah, I have no idea what they are doing. It would probably make the most sense to attack Hady for E-stars right now and make Bullet move to Mr. Fu like this and try to block off after escaping from here, try to block off Black for a while, but it's probably not gonna happen that easily. He will try to scare off Black Pearl into the right side and then continue. But this position favors Bullet a lot because he can easily shoot from here without being bothered too much by Fu because Bara will protect him, and he cannot let Black Pearl in here. If he gets in here, yeah, he gets shot, he gets caught from multiple sides, it's an instant GG for him. So this is a pretty tough position for Black Pearl, indeed. There's Mr. Fu's signature move in the meantime. I think it's a bit too cold here. Hold on for a second. Let's take a look what happens on the bottom. It seems like boss and Hady. Well, there's some light shooting, but nothing else for now. Oh well. Doesn't seem like any of the teams interested in attacking, but maybe they'll try right now. Bala and boss moving towards the bottom, probably trying to attack Hady again. I think it's pretty horrible, this position of the right side team. But I don't have a better idea how they should be standing, like, because they can't divide, they can't keep together probably. Maybe they should just keep together somewhere like here and wait for them to get attacked and then try to, I don't know. Well, I really don't know how I would play here. Seems like a pretty annoying battlefield on this map. Um, Just looking at it, I know that there's nothing is going to happen because everyone is standing in precisely the spot where you can camp without getting yourself killed. So this is pretty tough. Okay, seems like Harry is begging for himself to be shot out. Okay, he's trying to go back, but he was moving towards the wall, which is never nice. Oh well. This is a pretty annoying game, I gotta say. The fights are a bit stale. Oh well. And completely nothing happening on the top. Although you can see that they gathered some troops here on the top, and they're trying to maintain some position. Still, I think that there's not enough troops to make any difference here. But Mr. Fu is gonna try anyway. And there's a storm attack. There we go. But Blackpill is kinda sleeping here. I think he should try to attack this now. Okay, this is gonna be interesting because we've got two fronts that Bullet has to fight on, and it doesn't look too good. It seems like Bullet is making them go back even further away again. So this attack was a waste of troops. And it seems like there's a big fight again, at least on the top here. Bullet attacking Black Pearl. And in the meantime, Bara sneaked in some horses here. This is pretty terrible for Blackie. Seems like it will be uh, a big win for the left side team for the Raging Bullet. Like I said, pretty good player. Mr. Fu trying something here, but it's not going to work, I'm afraid. Yeah. Still trying. Yeah, well. So yeah, Blackwell is going back into his base, but I think that Bullet has enough troops to try and do something on his own here. There's a lot of shooters for boss. Seems a bit less for Harry. It seems like he had to lose them somewhere. Perhaps there was a fight on the bottom that we missed. It seems Mr. Fu has some chance against Bara, but it's a bit tough when he gets some support from a Bullet. Right now, Bullet is just trying to. Damn it! Sorry again. He's just trying to invade Blackie's base. It seems like everyone's moving towards the top. Yeah, now after Bara helping out Bullet a bit, now Bullet's repaying the kindness and helping him out, killing off Mr. Fu's shooters. Hal is already here, so there can be some advantage they can get quite fast, but they would have to kill off Bara's troops really fast and advance. Yeah, it's not working that bad, although they have to go back again now. And seems like Blackpearl's last stand is about to happen here. But I think he's got a pretty good chance because this is a really tight spot and he's got a super big defenses here. I think it will be pretty close, but most likely a bit better for Bullet. Oh well, there's just not enough shooters on the right side here, so that's the main problem. And yeah, he's trying to help. There's less and less troops getting, I mean, left at the right side here. Well, Black keeps getting some kills, but it's still not enough. I think they're already gonna invade the city. Yeah, you can see he's already killing off the last boss here. There's no troops left. There's only a couple of Mr. Full Lances here. Definitely not a big deal. Yeah, so for Blackpearl, it seems to be GG. Although Mr. Fu is trying to switch the fronts, it may have worked if not for the fact that Bara has some horses and will most likely be able to help off his teammate here. He's not even trying. Yeah, he's writing GG, I guess. Ah, not yet. Yeah. Right, it seems like it's GG, so I can finally go to sleep. Exactly, Gavok. So yeah, looking at the stats. Mm, oh, well, I guess Mr. Fu had a bit less citizen to. Yeah, so his food was actually okay, while Bara's food was probably. Yeah, I had to say. Okay, I'm not gonna waste too much time for this. You guys all know that I want to to stop. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we've showed two games today on Elysium. There was the first, and the second was on Defending Homeland. What else I can say? A bit of tough luck in the first game for the Polish team with Jotis having to quit and having some problems, and then they played 5 versus 5 afterwards and were quickly crushed by the Dutch team. And in the second game, after a really long and unnecessary fight, somebody won. I don't even know who. Probably the left side. Okay, just joke. But yeah, it was a long fight. Um, Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Nevertheless, my constant yawning in the second game, and yeah, I don't know what's the plan for the next week. We'll see what happens. Uh, yeah, that's as much as I can say. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and see you in a week. See you next time. Bye bye.